Hey there, beautiful souls. It is Lexie. I am here with you for a solo episode today. For this episode, Jess and I just had some trouble aligning our schedules, and I just decided why not pop in here, give you a message that I actually have been wanting to share and keep it short and sweet, something easy, something tangible for you to walk away with um, in terms of thought process and maybe a journal entry. Take what you will from this. I feel very strongly that if you need something, you'll hear it at the right time. And maybe that's today. Maybe this message is for you. So I recently had a health scare. It was a few weeks of going through a very uncertain time, a lot of fear, a lot of past trauma came up for me. It was a lot to work through. And in that time, I really was questioning everything. I mean, when you feel the threat of something coming into your life, whether that's, a disease or a loss or grief, I mean, when that happens, it can really check you, right? It can make you question what your priorities are, what your purpose is, why you're here, how you're spending your time. Like sometimes that happens and it is a wake up call. And I just was struggling so much in my head, with this fear and uncertainty of the outcome, which, by the way, I have news of, and everything is fine, and I am healthy and well. But in those times of waiting for results, of waiting just to have the actual tests done, it was hard. It was scary. And like I said, I just was really questioning everything. But as I sat, with my journal, as I sat with my tarot cards that I pulled, as I sat with my spirit guides, I was really challenged by all of the messaging to look at what I have in my life right now that is important and that matters, and that everything I need is right in front of me, and that there is absolutely no point in diving into the rabbit hole of fear, of anxiety. There's no point of pulling out past trauma, and there is no point of looking forward into the future and imagining all of the things that could be wrong, all of the loss that could be present. Like, why? Why? Why do we do this to ourselves? I know that in some way, shape, or form, this can resonate with a lot of people, even if it's not a scary situation that's going on. It's really hard to be present. Let's be honest. Being present, being in the moment, especially as moms, entrepreneurs, I mean, this is a hard thing to do. If you are somebody who's bringing an income in for your family and you're constantly like trying, especially as an entrepreneur, you're constantly trying to imagine and manifest or whatever it is. Where's my next paycheck going to come from? Like, who's my next client? How's this launch going to go? As an entrepreneur, that is a fear that can sit pretty heavily, especially if you're a financial contributor. And as a parent, looking forward into the future, like, well, how am I going to be present for my kids in the future? Are we going on that vacation? Are like that? There's just so many rabbit holes. I mean, I think about myself in particular and how I am always like looking forward. And I don't think that is a bad trait. I don't think that. but sometimes it gets in the way of being in the moment and being present. I'm always excited. I'm not always in a place of fear or anxiety, but I'm always excited about what's to come for my business, what's to come for the podcast, what's to come for my family. Like, I spend a lot of time in the future, and it is something that I've been working on for a long time. It's something that probably I've been working on for at least a decade, knowingly that I have a hard time being present. I have a busy mind. I am a planner. I I'm just always moving forward. I think you get the point. But I was sitting with all of these messages in this place of fear, in this place of unknowing, in this place of like, what is next for me? What if, what if, what if? And the messaging really just kept coming back that I need to focus on today. I need to focus on falling in love with today, falling in love with the process of where I'm at right now, making the most of where I'm at today. Finding beauty in showing up each day and tackling what is right in front of me instead of being caught up in what is a month away, a week away, a year away, what I'm trying to manifest. There's beauty in today. There's beauty in the mundane. Maybe that's what life is really about. This is the messaging that I was getting. Like, why are we always striving for more, 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 more? I feel like the impact that society and social media and a lot of ways that we receive information now is that, well, so and so is doing this and so is doing that. And, it's like the modern day version of keeping up with the Joneses or whatever that saying was. But, um, you know, why? Just keep coming back to this question of why. And in this time, I really did feel very contently that I love my business and what I do, and it makes me happy, and that I love my husband so much, and that I couldn't imagine being without him or him being without me or our kids being without either of us, and that I love my kids so dearly, even in the moments of complete temper tantrum meltdowns, even in the moments where it's like they spent a good portion of their day at school with someone else and I'm kind of getting the tail end of the fussiness. I mean, there's still beauty in that. And sometimes it's like, when am I gonna get them to bed and be able to just let go of today? But like, why be so caught up in looking forward into like even into the next few hours? Why not just focus on that moment right there? And when you have something that threatens those moments, um, and the possibility of those moments being taken away from you, it is very eye-opening. I feel like on social media recently, I've noticed so much more how there's these reels on Instagram that are like, you only have 18 summers with your kids or whatever the amount is. Make them count. There's so many iterations of that. And I actually find them to be really disruptive to my mental state and really annoying. We all know that. And it's not just the summer where we're getting these beautiful moments with our kids. It's not just the spring break or the winter vacation or, the next weekend away. It's right frickin' now, today, in these moments. That's where life is happening. That is where we need to sit and find stillness. And in that stillness, it can be uncomfortable, especially in a busy life with a job and a partner and children and trying to take care of your mental health and trying to take care of your physical appearance and blah, 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 blah. I'm totally on my soapbox here, friends, but I feel so strongly that this messaging was trying to come through me living it, and then hopefully resonating with you in some way. What can you do today to fall in love with where you're at right now? You have the key. You have the key to do that. You have the key to unlock the door that's right in front of you and to enjoy it. And it's when you're able to do that that clarity comes and more beautiful moments unfold because you're able to actually see them. So, I had thought for a moment that this episode was going to be like a recap of, it's episode 20. It feels like a mini milestone. Like, how exciting. It's episode 20. I'm super pumped on that. I was like, how can I recap Soul Starter, where we've come from, where we're going, and everything? And look at me. It's like where we've come from and where we're going. Hello, past and future. Why not just right now? Why not just this moment right now? So, my offering for you for today, or if you're catching this at the end of the day, maybe it's a reflection of today, or maybe it's an intention for tomorrow, but wake up, eat, play, create, connect, love, enjoy, have fun. Just have fun. Have fun with your kids. Have fun with your friends, your partner. Have fun with your job. Be creative. Live in that flow. Live in that moment. And know that if you let go of the complexities of how and when and to do, that you can experience life as it is. And the more that I sit with it, the more I'm like, man, maybe that is just the lesson that me personally, I'm here to learn, is how can I just enjoy now? How can you enjoy now? What can you do? What can you do? Journal on it. What can you do today or tomorrow to move through that presence without anxiety of the fear of the future? I mean, what can you do to make the most of today? And just fall in love with that. Shift your perspective. You're surrounded by love. And you're surrounded by everything that you need. You just need to be able to see that. And please know this is coming from a place of love, because this is actually something that I am totally working through. And I recognize that maybe a lot of other people are too. And I even know Jess resonates with this. She always says she just wants to be where her feet are planted. That's it. That's what I have for you today. And I hope it resonates. And if this episode resonated with you in any way, shape, or form, I would love it if you left us a review. Your reviews help us to get seen, and being seen allows more people to hear the messaging on our podcast, which is not just about what I shared today, but about what we have been sharing and what's to come. It's about building community and validating women in the phase of life that they're in right now, and For some, it's a hard phase. For some, it's a growth phase. For some, it's an exciting phase. But you know, we can't get the message across without the reviews. And so this is just a very simple way of saying pause, leave us a review, leave a comment if you want. Let us know if anything has been helpful. Ask a question, DM us on social. We'd love to answer questions in an episode. We would love to read your comments off in future episodes. Mostly, we just want to know, who's out there. Tell us about yourself. Let us connect. Let us be a support system for you. That is what it is all about. So, review, DM, leave a comment, ask a question, and share. Share with somebody an episode if you feel like they could get any value out of it. But mostly, thank you. Thanks for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making it this far into my solo episode. And I appreciate you. And we will be back for another one soon. All right. Bye-bye for now.